Uh, Whoa, okay. I think we're live. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is up? What is up, everyone? Hope you guys are doing good today. So, a little impromptu stream. I didn't really plan this out properly. Even should have. Um, just trying to get used to this real quick. But basically, hold on. Xavier Johnson, how's it going, my man? Let me know what you guys think of the stream. I know I haven't been streaming. Yusuf Khalid, how's it going? I know I haven't been streaming consistently or posting any videos for you guys, but basically, I'm trying to get back into it, even though I'm going through summer school right now. Um, hold on, let me just check my audio. Okay, audio is decent. It's probably not the best, but basically, for those who haven't already seen it, I showed you guys this on a different stream, but I switched over to my DSLR, so I am talking to you guys from my Canon T5i. Okay, and shout out to the 6 of you guys alive. Let me see. Let me read comments. Hey, remember the video for Fortnite on Android? This is the best video. Thank you so much, man. That was actually the video that definitely put my channel on the map. Like, most of you guys are here because of that video, so I'm super grateful for me coming up with that video and posting it and all that good stuff. But basically, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna break down my past on Android and all that stuff, and then I'm gonna talk about the recent switch that I just made. So if you guys don't know my channel or haven't been in my channel for a while, I am literally the biggest Android fanboy there is. Like, there is no one who loves Android as much as I do. And literally, I've had the Google. Let me find it. I've been using the Google Pixel 2 XL right here for like, I don't know, almost 2 years. And I've loved this device. I love stock Android. I use custom ROMs on any Samsung device I get, and I just really enjoy doing that stuff. Phoenix Gaming, I see you, man. He says, yes, I subbed to you because of that video. Shout out to you, man. I know that video is, I think, right now at about 2.1 or 2.2 million views, which is crazy. And yeah, I've been, just riding the wave off of that video, I guess. But yeah, I've been a crazy diehard Android user with, especially with this stock Android device. But guess what? I made the switch about a week ago. I switched over to the iPhone 11 Pro 256 gig model right here, as you guys can see. I even went out and bought the Apple Silicon whatever case cover pine green for like 60 Canadian dollars, which is well overpriced. But I still did it because I wanted to get the full iOS experience. I wanted to use iOS as if I was one of those typical iOS users. And uh, well, I've been using it for a week and I've had good experiences with it, a lot of good experiences, and some pretty annoying experiences as well. And basically, in this video, I'm going to be going over like the rough um, experience I guess I've had using this iPhone 11 Pro running iOS 13.6. I believe it just got updated, but I was using 13.51 before that. But yeah, it's been pretty good. So first of all, I'm making a 30-day video, so you guys are basically getting exclusive content. And I see a comment from uh Mayank Chandra, who says, "Where did you get the money for it?" I basically paid for it by myself. I guess from like YouTube and a few other stuff that I have going on outside of YouTube, which I haven't really disclosed. But yeah, you guys remember the video that I made. If you guys are new to the channel, this is something that I'm super proud of. Let me just show this before I even talk about the phone. Hold on. So I think you guys can see my screen. Yep. Okay. So let me head down real quick onto YouTube because this is something that's crazy. Okay. Let's go to YouTube. And if you guys remember, right about last year, 2019, I think in June, I made a video about me investing in Tesla. Okay. And let me show you guys. This is proof so you guys know that I'm not lying about this. This is online on my YouTube channel so you guys can see it yourself. I am not making this up. I could not make it up. even if I wanted to. But yeah, hold on, let me show you guys. Okay, this is crazy. So if you guys scroll down on my YouTube channel, right about here. So about a year ago, I made a video called "Why I Invested in Tesla at the Age of 16." That is me. This is 2019, 14th of July. Okay, all right. Remember that date. So July 14th, 2019. Let me head down real quick. Oh, I'm going to the Tesla website. But let me go down to the Tesla stock. Let's look at what it was in 2019 July, okay? Roughly 2019 July 14th. So, okay, there. That's 18th. Let's go 5 years. 2019 July, right about there. So let's just say roughly 233, okay? That's when I made the video. When Tesla was 233, I made a video saying I bought Tesla. Look at the price of Tesla right now. Tesla is $1,500 per share, okay? Now, assuming that I bought one share, that's still a 571% profit. That's nearly a 600% profit on my money. Like, guys, that is one of the most like biggest things that I'm proud of, and I'm so glad that I made sure that I documented it, because no one else would have believed it if I had just said, "Oh, I was early on Tesla." No one would have believed it. But the fact that I was able to actually make a video on it, no one can really discredit my claim, because it's online and people can see that I actually did get into Tesla early on. Anyways, I didn't even show that, but someone says, William Kelly, whoa, okay, gotta admit, this is true. William Kelly's like, nice video. Thank you, man. Shout out to you. Nice stream overlay. Thank you. My boy Avery made it. I think I showed you guys a few streams ago or a few videos ago. William Kelly, thank you so much, man. Keep it up, bro. You're the best. Thank you, Yusuf. And Mayank is like, dude, damn. I know it is crazy. Trust me, when I got into Tesla, I definitely believed in the vision of the company, but I did not expect it to grow the way it did. And I would be lying if I said that I knew that it was gonna grow at this rate, because I obviously didn't. Um, but yeah, it did, and it's crazy. But right now, I gotta be honest, it is kind of overvalued, and there is a little bit of too much hype around it. But hey, I'm not complaining, because why should I, right? But yeah, basically. Anyways, let me talk about the phone, because that's why I really hopped on to live. And by the way, shout out to Jason Reyes. He says hello, hi man. Thank you for tuning into the stream. Okay, so let me get back to the phone. Let me calm down. But yeah, okay, so yeah, that little Tesla rant was just to let you guys know that I paid for this by myself. So not a spoiled kid, all afforded by myself. Okay. Jeff is like, yo, Badima, yo, how's it going, man? Thank you for tuning in, dude. It means a lot. All right, so okay. So I switched to the iPhone, and I was like, what really is exclusive to iOS, right? That was what I was looking for. I was like, okay, you know what? I know Samsung has good cameras, good displays. I know iOS or iPhones also do. But what does like iPhones have that like Android will never ever be able to get? And I came up with two answers, really. Oh, three. One, iMessage. We will never be able to achieve iMessage on Android. I know they're working on RCS. I was able to experience RCS with my Pixel, but RCS will never be the same, because you can't expect every single Android manufacturer to work together and just make RCS as polished and as unified as iMessage is. Ross WR2634 says, "What's up? Hi man, how are you doing?" Okay, so anyways, let me calm down. I forgot to grab some water. Keep the chat clean, guys. Okay. Yo, Seog's like, what's up, man? Yo, hold on. I need to make Seog a mod in the chat. There we go. Okay. I got a question. Okay, are you going to do a giveaway of your Google phone? This phone, I might, but right now, like my dad's using it, so maybe if he upgrades his contract, and this phone's being used by no one, I could just give it away. Why not? But it's a pretty old phone, and it's like under $200. I don't think anyone would even really want it. But yeah, I might even consider doing a giveaway one of these days. Who knows? I haven't done I have done a giveaway before. I have. It was of the Fortnite codes form. I was sponsored by this company. Anyways, so okay, so The stuff that were exclusive were iMessage and FaceTime, right? And it was good. It was actually good. Like I enjoyed how fluid iMessage was. It like Apple has done such a good job to create like exclusivity in their ecosystem. Like it feels so good when you're messaging someone who has a blue bubble, and when you're messaging someone with the green bubble, it doesn't feel as good. And it's crazy. It's like a mind game that they're playing with you, and it works. So iMessage is dope. I love iMessage, and it's cool. It's cool. Okay. And if you guys have seen other tech YouTubers even say that they come back to, and I mean iOS, you know, times and numerous times back to back because of iMessage, and it's just something that you can't get rid of because you can replicate it on any other on any other platform. And then there's also FaceTime. The reason why FaceTime I think is dope is because of optimization. Now, here's the thing. So when I was using my Google Pixel, the Google Duos app was really, really well optimized. Like I would literally get processed video quality on Google Duo. But the thing is that it wasn't really good for other Android devices. Like someone could use like I don't know what is it, like a Samsung Galaxy S10 or S20, and Google Duo won't look that good on it. I know, dude. Mayank says iMessage is OP. It really is, and I hate to be that person that says it because I used to hate it, guys. I literally have. I don't want to change my camera right now, but I actually have a freaking Android poster on my, like, on top of my desk setup or whatever. Like I'm super into Android, and I'm saying this right, like really honestly. Like iMessage is OP. So is FaceTime. And the reason is because, yeah, so what I was saying is the reason why FaceTime is OP is because of how well it is optimized. Like because there's only like a handful of iPhones available, it's so easy for them to just like figure out the right optimization, to get the absolute best quality for each of their iOS devices. And that's why, like, when I'm talking to my phone, when I'm talking to my friend Siog, who owns a iPhone 8 Plus, I believe, which is, let's say, I think released in 2018, maybe 2017, who knows, and it still looks really good. It looks super clear. And you can't say the same thing about a Galaxy S8 or S9, or maybe even the, well, you can about the Pixel 2, but not the S8 or the S9. Okay. So iOS has amazing optimization with iMessage and FaceTime. That's what I first fell in love with, at least for the first week. That's what I've noticed. Okay. Second thing, I mean, the third thing, Airdrop. Guys, it's been so long and we still don't have an Android equivalent to AirDrop. Like if I had a file that I wanted to send over to my friend who also has Android, what other option do I have other than to either email it, send it through some sort of like text messaging app, or I could just simply Bluetooth it. And you guys know Bluetooth takes like 10 minutes for one picture. So I, I don't know. AirDrop is just OP. Like I literally just go on my phone, I select AirDrop nearby or whatever, and it shows everyone who's near me. I just press send, and within like half a second on their phone, they have a pop up that says, so and so is trying to send you a photo. Do you want to accept it or not? And it just downloads instantly. It's crazy. What about Beam? Okay, so Android Beam, I don't think is anything special. I know what you're talking about, but I think it still goes based. I think it's still based on Bluetooth. Like I've tried NFC, Android Beam, and everything. Yeah, I used to put two of my Samsung phones together, back to back, and it would still not be as instant as Android Beam isn't as fast. Yeah, that's the thing. Like it works. Like they have the basis of it down. Like I like the ability to use NFC and just tap the two Android phones, but the actual sending speeds aren't as nearly as good as AirDrop is, and that's just the truth. However, I do want to be honest. There are like hundreds of different third-party applications that you can download from the Play Store that will do nearly like really really close to what AirDrop is doing, but that's outside of the point. Like you can't really consider an OS to be good solely because it has the support of third party applications. I just want to look at it from an average Joe's perspective. Like if I was to go to the store as a complete non tech enthusiast, buy a phone, and how would I use it? Like your average guy is not going to go onto the Play Store and download a third party application just so he or she can send files. That's the truth, right? But like your average Joe is going to try to share files using what's on the phone when you buy it. And when you buy it, there's not a lot that you can do on Android in terms of file sharing. But if you were an average Joe and you just wanted to share a file, you just go here, swipe down, do that little tap thing. I know it's not focused, and then there, AirDrop is just right there waiting for you to click on it. And I think that's dope. Okay. And what I've noticed is after using iOS for like a week, okay, so it's iOS 13.6. I haven't used iOS since iOS 6.1.5. So I skipped iOS 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I skipped all those iOSs and I jumped straight from iOS 6 to iOS 13. Okay. And what I can say is this: it's really basic, right? It's nothing special. Like when you look at my iOS screen and when you look at the next person's iOS screen, you're not gonna notice anything special about mine. Like mine is just maybe a few layout, maybe like a few apps different, and maybe the wallpaper. There's no major differences. But the thing is, who cares, right? Man, is like it's more about convenience, right? And it's not, and not everyone won't have the same app. Yeah, exactly. What I've noticed is like at the end of the day, Android tries really hard to make it seem like people care about your phone, or you yourself should care about your phone and how it looks and how it feels and what it does and all that stuff. But when you break down the bare bones of it, right? You use your phone for a few simple tasks. You use it to make calls. You use it to, get in touch with people. Um, there's a motorbike going. You use it to get in touch with people. You use it to just browse the internet, social media, play a few video games. And outside of that, really, you don't really care about your phone. Like, what good does it do if your phone has widgets or like custom widgets or custom icon packs versus if you have the stock stuff? Like, is there really, apart from the visual aesthetic, is there really a benefit to it? No, right? So, what I think is, yes, there are tech enthusiasts, including myself, who enjoy spending hours and hours just customizing our devices and just, doing crazy stuff like that. But when you look at it from, a very unbiased perspective, I like to say that I'm an unbiased person, no matter how passionate, no matter of a fan, how much of a fanboy I am. I want to stay as unbiased as I can, and I truly, truly believe that iOS or iPhone devices are just like more utility based, where Android devices try to be like, how do I say this? Android devices try to be like an extension of you. Like when I used to have Android devices, I would spend countless hours getting custom icon packs, widgets, and just trying to, transfer my personality over to my phone and just include myself in it. But when I use iOS, I don't care about that. I just want to get the apps on my home screen. I just want to be able to click on them fast. I want them to load fast. I don't want there to be glitches. None of that. I just want to be able to use it. And whether you believe it or not, there is some craze to it. There is some appeal to just being able to use a phone without having to care about how good it looks or whatnot. Mayank is like, awesome street, dude. You have really good thoughts on tech. Thank you, man. I guess that's where the name Tech Alpha came from. I don't know. But yeah, dude, I just hopped on this stream because I wanted to get this out there because it's been a week. I switched to iOS. I thought I might hate it because before I was switching over to a new phone, I was looking at 3 different phones that I was going to buy. I was looking at the Samsung Galaxy S20, which I think is a solid phone. It has crazy, crazy good displays. It's just a good phone. And I was looking at the OnePlus 8 and I was looking at the 11 Pro. And, well, shit, I did buy the iPhone 11 Pro. I did it. And do I regret it? I don't think so. I mean, I still have like 60 days, well, not 60, like 40 more days left if I want to return it. Will I, though? I don't think so. I don't think I will return it. And the more I use this phone, the more I fall in love with how easily it works. I just like it now because maybe I'm turning into an iSheep. Who knows? How is the iPhone 11 Pro own one myself? Oh, you do? Okay. I like it. It has 3 cameras. right? I like most people say they only use the ultra wide and the regular one time camera, but no one apparently uses the telephoto. But I, for some reason, end up using the telephoto a lot. Like I did some photos of like some flowers. It's annoying. I don't want to change the focus, but I like the telephoto. I like having the three cameras, and I know the Galaxy S20 also has three or four cameras, and it's probably better at zooming and everything. But I have one more point that I want to get to in a second. But let me read the comments. How thoughts on the next gen consoles? Oh, dude, I'm excited. I am. And there's a good chance I might be buying the PS5. I'm using an Xbox One right now, but hey, maybe it's time to switch to PS5. There seems to be a lot of hype around it, and I don't want to be the person that doesn't have one because I'm ignorant. So I might switch to a PS4. I'm stuck with the S7, but don't understand iPhone. Damn, that's crazy. It's usually the other way around. Like when I tell my friends, well, when I used to tell my friends that I have an Android, some of them would say, especially a lot of girls would say they don't understand like Android. Then like it's confusing or whatever. Uh, but that's a very unpopular opinion for you to say that. Um, what do you call iPhones are hard to understand, but yeah, that's crazy. PC or console? I think I would say if I had like maybe a $2,000 budget and I was to buy a one or the other, I would go with the PC simply because of like the versatility behind it. Like I can literally do anything without what I want with it. But at the same time, you got to understand the consoles are like one fourth the price, and usually offers way better graphics than what you can get if you were to build a PC for that price. So it really depends on what you want. I think I'm not a hardcore enough gamer for me to choose console over PC. But if I was solely looking for a gaming machine, a console I think is definitely the way to go because of the pricing. But yeah, I like to look at it as a PC is more like financially proper because of like how well you can use it with other stuff, right? Anyways, so the other thing that I wanted to mention, something that I loved with my Pixel was the camera, right? Okay, like the Google Pixel 2 XL still has one of the best cameras out there. Like if you go onto the camera app and snap a photo, you will not be disappointed with the results, right? Thomas says, "I've got an iPhone 11. Although I could have picked although I could have picked better phones, it just works smoothly and it will work well for airdropping with my future Mac." That's what I'm saying, Thomas. Like there are probably better phones. The OnePlus 8 might be better than this. It probably is. Okay, like specs alone, the S20 has a better display. I already know that, but this works. This never lags. It has never lagged on me. It just works, and I know like there's no sketchy business involved. Like there's no APKs, so I feel like there's just a sense of better security as well. There's just something about it. Um, I'm trying to read the comments. For me, okay, wait. Do you play games on PC? Here and there, I downloaded Call of Duty. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, I do sometimes. For me, I use a gaming PC. I can choose the parts. I have many control. Yeah, dude, Pixel is Pixel. That's the thing. Yeah, that's good if you ain't on a budget. What does PC mean? PC is like personal computer, right? Whatever computer you buy is a PC. Like even your laptop is a PC. If you go iOS, you will have to get used to their ecosystem. Is there any good phone product of companies other than Apple and Samsung? What's the difference between PC and laptop? Okay, let me get to those questions real quick. So, if you do switch to iOS, you do have to get used to the ecosystem. That is true. It uses kind of like a different style of operations. Like there's no back button and there really is no back feature. If it works, there's usually a way to slide between pages to go back, or there's usually like a back button on the top left corner. So there are like certain different aesthetics, I guess. I don't know, when using it, and you just got to get used to that. But here's one crazy thing, right? So the Pixel has amazing quality. We already know that. Da 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 da. But when you use it on when you use it on Snapchat, okay, this is not just with the Pixel, with any Android device, it could have 4 cameras, 5 cameras, the best of the best cameras. But once you put it on Snapchat or Instagram, it may not hold as good of a quality. And the reason is because there's millions, literally millions of Android devices, and applications or developers can't optimize each and every one of them. So all they do is they just take a snapshot, like a snapshot of your screen finder or like your viewfinder, which is why, if you were wondering, this is why Snapchat or Instagram looks low quality if you take a picture from an Android. But since there's only a few iOS devices, it looks really, really high quality because they only have to optimize a few devices. So yeah, that's the other thing. You should try Valorant. I did, man. I did try Valorant, but I'm so bad at it. That's the problem. What's the difference between PC and laptop? There's no really difference. A PC is a personal computer, so it includes desktop, laptops, and everything. I have the Samsung Galaxy A50, and I'm satisfied with it. I don't have the need to buy a more expensive phone. Blah blah blah. Samsung will go. Yeah, dude. That's the other thing. Flagship devices are getting really really good. Like the A50, for what it's worth, like the price, offers a pretty solid camera, and most of all, a good display with an like in display fingerprint scanner, which I think is crazy technology for the price point. So flagship phones are getting crazy good, especially with the iPhone SE. That's another crazy contender. Like the price is like $300, and it has the same CPU or processor as my iPhone 11 Pro, which is crazy if you think about it. Um, it's a very fun game. Yeah, I'll try it out. I'll try it out again. I might even stream it once summer school's over. I don't need. Let me see. For FES, okay. If I wanted to get a great camera, I would have bought a DSLR, but I do not need to do so. Not that I couldn't get an iPhone or a top tier. That's also true. Some people don't care about phone, like their camera quality on their phone, because of like I actually didn't know this, but I found out a lot of people barely use their phone camera. Like apparently, a lot of people, if they need to use a phone camera, they just sorry, if they need to use a camera, they actually take a proper camera with them. So most people, like even my parents, like they use their phone simply like for social media and just calls and text. And really, a $200-300 phone can do phone calls and social media just as good as $1,000 phone. So that is something you got to really value your priorities. And for some people, it's not worth it. I get that. Yet I can't understand if you want to install crap apps, you have an IPA format. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I can't understand why people complain about cameras, $1,000 phone, blah blah blah. Just get a DSLR if you think that the camera is trash. 100% agree with that. You for the $1,000 price point, you can buy a DSLR and a mid-range phone, and you can use that combo. That's a really really proper setup. Demon Slayer says hi. What's up, dude? Dalton is like, is the A20 worse than the S20? Yep, I believe the A series is like their mid-range series, and their S series is obviously their flagships. But the S series goes for like $1,000 roughly in price point. Sorry I'm late. What was the most noticeable difference you encountered after the switch? So Saika, I think for me, social media, because at the end of the day, like this is kind of what I do, social media, this and that. So for me to be able to snap pictures from Instagram, from Snapchat, and still have somewhat optimized image quality is worth it, because Android unfortunately doesn't have third-party support for optimization, even though the Pixel did introduce the Pixel Core optimization on Snapchat. But I think for me, I like the fluidness and the intuitive use I can get out of the iOS OS, like the operating system. Thoughts on the iPhone SE? I think the new iPhone SE is seriously good. Like now, there's no like now you can't even say that Androids are the cheap devices and people who are rich buy iPhones, or you can't even make that statement, because you can buy an iPhone for the same price you can buy an Android. Like if you for some reason don't want to spend $1,000 price tag, you can easily give $300 and get the iPhone SE and experience iOS, and you don't have to be forced into using Android. So that way, people who use Android are likely people who choose it out of choice and not because they can't afford iOS, right? So I really really like the SC. I think it's awesome because now they're just bringing in more users into the community. People who at one, because you got to understand, in North America, for us, $1,000 phone is, I guess, normal. It really isn't, but I guess let's just say it's normal. But if once you go into like Asian countries, they have like import fees and all that stuff that gets added on to these phones, and really they're paying like flagship prices for a lot of mid-range phones. So for people like that, people in those countries, something like the iPhone SE is really really valuable. The whole thing is that I don't need a powerful phone. The great camera. Most of the stuff I do is on my PC. Exactly. I get that. I really do get that. So I just focus more on upgrading my PC and don't care that much about what phone I get. I agree, man. I can't believe there are people who have $1,000 phone and no laptop. I think that's kind of stupid. I think your laptop should be your first priority because of the fact that like you can do a ton more with your laptop, and then your phone should be your like your secondary device, right? You can't do a whole lot with it, but with the laptop you can. Um, yeah, that's what I would do. Yeah, exactly. I have the 30 games on my phone that I download. Okay. So in my case, I can buy a flagship phone too, but I don't need. Yep, makes sense, dude. Um, I have more freedom with a custom built PC, and yeah, iPhones have really changed in the past years. Now that they are reducing the cutout, they should also provide USB Type C. That's the other thing. So that's one thing that I do miss from coming all the way from Android to like iOS. Whoa. What happened? Oh my god. I thought my camera died cuz it got overheated or whatever. But yeah, that's the other thing. I switched from USB-C that was on my Pixel, which is awesome. It was so easy because I could charge my Razer Hammerheads, I could charge my phone, I could do everything with my USB-C. Now that I'm on iOS, the pain is that I had to switch over to a lightning cable. Let me show you guys something that I had to buy just because of the just because of the fact that I had to um just because of the fact that I switched to iOS. Let me show you what I had to buy in order to use it. So, can you guys see the screen? Yep. Okay, you guys can see the screen. I'm gonna go on a private tab because I don't want to log into my actual Amazon. But I bought this, guys. I bought a USB-C and Lightning. I think it's like a two-in-one. It was like an Anchor cable for like $4. Whoa. I didn't see that one when I was buying mine, but this is the one I bought. This is the one I bought. This was $20. I spent $20, okay, just so I can use my iPhone for Apple CarPlay. Because in our car, we only have an Anchor USB-C device because that's what my Pixel used, right? And that's what my dad has. So we were fine just using a regular USB-C cable. But now that I switched to iOS, whenever I'm driving and I want to use Apple CarPlay, well, guess what? I don't want to be able to. I don't want to have to switch cables every time. So I had to buy this adapter cable. Blah blah blah. Another $20 of expenses that got added just because I switched to iOS and because Apple is so stubborn and they don't want to switch over to USB-C, which sucks. But hey, Apple's Apple. They do their own thing. But hey, maybe, who knows? I have a feeling the reason they're not switching over is because they're planning on going fully wireless, kind of like they did with headphones. Like they're just gonna all of a sudden say, "But a bum, switch to wireless," something like that. Who knows? Um, Cannabis is like Android is good if you want to tinker a lot of the OS. iOS is also good to modify thanks to undercover jailbreak. Jailbreak is like rooting. Yeah. So when I had my iPod 4, maybe back in 2010, I think I did jailbreak it. It was iOS 6. I'm trying to remember the names of the jailbreaks, but I can't. But I remember everything like Cydia, getting different repos, and it was a crazy time for me. I did enjoy it. It was a lot of fun. It was like rooting, and I got a lot of customization out of it. Is this something that I would do with the iPhone 11 Pro? Probably not. But it is there for people who really, really want to use iOS at the same time want to customize it. But it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Okay, there's probably a very small population of people who get iOS and jailbreak. Um, Everyone with their own opinion. Some people prefer iPhones and some prefer Android too. I have an Android phone for a reason, and yeah, PC is PC. Imagine having two separate adapters in your family, half of your family using Type C and half. Dude, it's crazy. It is a waste of money and environmental waste as well. But Apple is stubborn. That is one thing about them. And I guess they can afford to be stubborn because no matter what, people are going to buy their devices. even if they decide to stick to some weird proprietary cable that only they use, which basically it is what they're doing. People are still gonna stick to it, which is crazy. If you have everyone using Type C, then you can just share the same cables. Yeah, that's what we used to do until my mom switched to iOS, and then I switched to iOS, and now it's just my dad and my sister who uses Android. So we still basically have 50% of cables that are Lightning, 50% of cables that are USB C, which is a bit of a mess sometimes. Because sometimes you're like, "Hey, can I borrow your charger?" And then you're like, "Oh wait, no, I can't because it's not the same." Um, I thought new Apple products all use USB Type C. No, dude, that's crazy. I know. Apparently, people were trying to get this petition or like some law passed where they were trying to make USB C like the industry standard for every phone manufacturer to use. But somehow, some way, Apple decided to work around that, and it worked for them. Hold on, let me grab my water bottle, guys. I'm tired. The thing with streaming is like you're sitting down and you're talking nonstop. Like when I'm making a video, I could easily, if my mouth hurts or whatever, I could just stop real quick, go downstairs, grab a snack, drink some water, walk around, and come back. When you're streaming, you're sitting down and you just gotta go. You just gotta go with the flow. It's crazy, but I enjoy it. Um, Hold on. No, not all. The iPad Pro does though. It does. Wow, that's crazy. I do know. Okay, here's the thing. It's weird because the MacBook Pro uses a USB-C charger, and that makes no sense. Why would you make your USB-C like? Why would you make USB-Cs the only ports available on the MacBook, and literally the only way to charge your MacBook? But then some of your device, like the iPhones and stuff, are Lightning cable. It's really weird. It's so weird. I don't like it. I don't like it. I wish there were just a uniform, like a you know like a standard cable. They used it among all their devices, even if it's not USB C. Like stick to one Apple special charger if they really don't want to switch to USB C. Wireless is the future. Yeah. Ooh, that's the other thing. So I was, well, not sponsored, but I know I was working with this company for a while now, and when I told them that I switched over to the iPhone 11 Pro, they sent out this wireless charger to me. So this is a Chotec. I haven't made a video on it yet, but they basically sent over this wireless charger. It's one of the best wireless chargers you can buy online. It's a 5 coil charger, so I can charge two phones with fast charging at the same time, and I can place my phone in any angle and it still charges. It works through a case as well, so it's a really powerful, good wireless charger. So shout out Choitech for sending that over for me. I've had a previous Choitech wireless charger as well that didn't work with my iPhone 11 Pro because I used the Apple silicon case and it's like 2 millimeters thick or whatever, so it didn't work. Um, Wireless is the future. We all have that one bag full of cables in our room. Oh, dude, we do. I might pick it up. Watch this. These are just some cables that I found on my ground, like right now. That's not including like half the other charges. Like my smartwatch, my Fossil smartwatch uses another different type of cable, and I have like 10 different cables that I need to use to charge all my devices. Like this is another Razer USB C charger that I use for cable that I use for my hammerheads. Secret Gamer says hello. What is up, Secret Gamer? How are you doing? Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. We are 40 minutes into the stream, so shout out to everyone sticking around. I do want to make a quick announcement. I haven't talked about the iPhone a little bit in a while. I've been interacting with you guys, but basically I'm trying to fix up a schedule, so I'm gonna be done. So it's the 17th today. On the 29th is when I officially finish my summer school, but I think by the 27th I should be mostly done, and my goal is to start posting daily for 30 days at least. How is your day going? I'm doing good, man. Thank you. How about you? How is your day going? But yeah, my goal is to post 30 days in a row, and I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate streams into my schedule. So I was thinking maybe 5 videos, 2 streams, or maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, post a video, and then Sunday do like a Sunday stream session, and I just stream for like 6 hours or something like that. But I need to figure out a schedule. If you guys have any suggestions, do let me know, or go on Instagram and search up I am Tech Alpha, and you can personally DM me and give me some suggestions. I'm still trying to figure out the schedule. Okay, let me read some chat now. Wired headphones or anything else because of latency, sound, and it doesn't suck with battery. With wireless, you need Bluetooth. You get increased latency and it sucks battery too. Here's the thing, okay? So I used to be like that. I used to think wired was the way to go, but carrying around an adapter is a real pain. So I got the wireless hammerheads uh from Razer. These guys, I think they're like $140 Canadian, but I ended up paying like 120 for them or something like that. I got it on sale, and the reason why I specifically bought these Razer ones is because apart from the AirPods Pro, which are like $300, these are the only other earbuds that have low latency. Like there's a mode, like if I'm wearing it, there might be like a 2 second latency or like a 1 second latency. But if I double tap and hold it, it goes into this mode called an ultra low latency mode. No, it goes into gaming mode, right? They call it gaming mode, but it's basically ultra low latency mode, and I can watch YouTube videos with no latency. And regarding battery, what I realized is, right, I think this has like a 3 hour ultra low latency battery uh, time span or whatever, and a 5 hour battery if I'm using it on normal mode. And what I realized is it's very rare that I use my earbuds for more than 3 or 5 hours in straight, right? Usually I use it for like an hour or two, and then I put it back in the case, and then I come back. And every time I put it back in the case, it charges. So every time I'm using it, it's fully charged. And unless I'm on like a plane flight and I'm using it for 5 plus hours, wireless earbuds haven't been a problem for me. That's the truth. Oh, I missed some chat. I gotta read chat. iPad Pro is the perfect tablet PC. I remember every Android tablet had that marketing PC tablet back. Yep, dude. I don't like Android tablets anymore. I just feel like that's the only area where I don't like Android. It's just because Android tablets aren't special. They're just bigger phones. That's why. Um, it's night for me, but it was good. Really, what time is it for you, Mayank? That's crazy. I gotta figure out a proper time schedule for you guys. Secret Gamer says good. And then it sucks battery both from the phone and the headphone themselves. So in my case, oh, okay, that is true. It does take a little bit of phone battery. Sound quality, however, I don't think really is a huge discrepancy because, like, I don't know. I personally don't have like super high end wired headphones. I don't know. I don't have super high end wireless earbuds. Although I've used the new Surface headphones that just came out. They're like $300. And the thing is, they're good. Like I don't mind. I don't mind losing a little bit of audio quality in order to get that wireless experience because it is a little bit of a convenience when everything is wireless. Um, what for phone we're using before? I was using the Google Pixel 2 XL. In fact, I was running Android 11 beta on this as well, so I was experiencing literally the best of the best stock Android on this phone. Even though it's not the latest phone, um, Google does an absolute awesome job at making sure that we feel like we have a new phone by offering us day one updates, which is crazy. And I believe they're going to keep updating this for another year or two, which is another awesome feature about the Pixel 2 XL. Um, it's stupid that Apple wants to remove the charger from the box. That is really weird. But let me just remind you guys that Apple was the first company to get rid of the headphone jack, and we saw that every other Android manufacturer followed those footsteps. And where look at where we are. We're basically in a world where no headphone jacks exist. So honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Apple gets rid of the charger and a few months later, every single Android manufacturer gets rid of the charger. Because if you think about it, Apple's claim is that they're doing it for environmental resources and whatnot, even though it's probably to increase profitability and give them more leeway to spend on actual hardware. If you think about it, if they're going to go and tell the press, oh, we're the only phone company that cares about environmental resources, what do you think Samsung and Google are going to do? Do you think they're going to stick around and act like, oh, we don't care about the environment? Obviously not. They're also going to have to chime in, and they're also going to have to say, oh, we also care about environmental resources, and therefore we are also getting rid of the phone charger. I guarantee you that's what's going to happen. All Android manufacturers are going to follow what Apple is doing, and it's sad, but hey, it's what's going to happen. Apple is trying everything to get sales. They really are, but I don't think their sales have dropped because their stock is going up pretty crazily. Um, yeah, you can listen to a long time using the wired headphones. 2 a.m., 3:30 a.m. actually. Damn, Mayank, shout out to you, man. Like literally, thank you so much. What time zone is that? I dropped your time zone in the chat. So when I'm streaming next, I'll try to fix my time with that time to kind of make it fair for everyone to tune into the streams. Which camera do you prefer, Pixel or iPhone, and why? Okay, here's the thing, right? The Pixel is a 2017 phone. This is a 2019 phone, so it's a 2 year gap, and I can't really compare them like one to one. But what I can say is Google's like software processing is out of this world, and there's no other company that is even remotely close to it. Even though Pixel's actual hardware is not as good, their software is crazy. So their phones, so their photos are still amazing, even for a 2 year old phone. But Pixels are quite lacking in video quality, and iPhones are probably the best video quality phone you can buy. But I think overall, iPhones are the best overall phone. But if I was to choose a good photo camera, it would be the Pixel 4 XL. But an overall phone, I would go with the iPhone because of the video. The video on this is just crazy. The image stabilization and everything. Like you guys have already seen many comparisons online, and you guys know how good of a stabilization is on this device. I don't think manufacturers want to follow that though. We won't know. That's the thing. The average user like you and I will never know what they're gonna do. But from the past, they've tend to follow Apple, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do it again. Um, like you can buy it separately, but it's gonna cost the same. Yeah, it's in fact it's gonna cost more because what they're going to do, I think, is going. Well, you know what? It might not cost more. It might cost less because now you can buy a third party charger, right? So third party charger companies are gonna make a bank out of this. They're gonna make so much money out of this because now people are just gonna choose to not buy it with the charger and save like $20 by going with the third party charger. Mayank says India. Oh, okay. All right. I'll check with the Indian time zone. But if it's 3:30 for you right now, I should probably start streaming like 6 hours prior. So maybe like 12 p.m. Eastern for me. Okay. Anyway, so we're at the 48 mark. I'm gonna end the stream in about 10 more minutes. But these are my first impressions on using the iPhone 11 Pro. The time zone is IST. Okay, I'll make sure to check that out for the next stream. But yeah, these are like my initial impressions. It's only been 1 week since I've switched over, and I've got the 256 gig, guys. Like I was like, okay, I'm going to switch to iOS, and I haven't used iOS in like, let's see, like almost 10 years. The last time I had the iPod 4 was I think 2010. So it's crazy. It's new for me, and I like it, even though I'm the same dude that has an Android robot on my freaking wall. I'm the same dude it's weird. Okay, it's really weird. Mayank is like, dude, it's okay. You're worth staying up, dude. This is what makes me upload. This is what makes me go live. Is when you guys actually join the streams and say stuff like this. It means so much to me. So shout out to you, man. It means so much. Imagine buying a phone and not getting to use it since you need to buy a separate charger. It doesn't help the environment. You will still have to buy the charger. Here's the thing. What I think, so what you're saying makes sense, right? But let's say I've never owned a phone, okay? Let's say I've never owned a phone. I'm looking to buy a new iPhone. I go into the store, I buy their phone, and then I spend another $50 on the charger, right? Boom. Oh, right. I got the charger and the phone. But let's say I already have an iPhone 11 Pro, right? So I already have a charger with me, and I want to switch to the iPhone 12. So when I switch to the iPhone 12, what's the point of getting another charger? when I already have the charger from my iPhone 11 Pro? So I can simply save $50 and get the non-charger model if that's how if that's how they're going to sell it, and I can essentially save $50 by not getting a new charger and using the old one, right? So in a way, it's saving the environment because now instead of me having to own two chargers, I can just own one, which I've gotten with my iPhone 11 Pro. And if I happen to be a new user, well, I can go ahead and buy the charger. Um, so I guess it does help. It does help the environment, but I really, really doubt that is the reason why Apple is doing it. Apple is very, very sneaky with their marketing, and I cannot imagine them waking up one day, like their marketing team or whatever their team is, and just saying, you know what, guys, let's just ditch the charger simply because we love the environment. You guys really think that's what happened? You guys think down in California, these guys are sitting in their multi-million billion dollar asset company, huge, huge construction building, whatever, and they wake up, they go to a meeting and say, let's do this for the environment. Let's save Mother Earth. No, they don't care. These guys are literally driving hundreds of $1,000 cars. These are like big profile. They don't care about the environment. But as a company, like them as individuals don't care about the environment. But them representing a company, a brand, representing Apple, the logo. Now that they want you to think cares about the environment. They themselves don't care, but I doubt Tim Cook or the whatever whoever made this decision cares about the environment. They care about profitability. They're looking for marketing loopholes, things they can use for press releases. They're using for every cent they can maximize on, because every cent you profit is going to be multiplied by millions, because they're going to sell millions of phones. So if you make one extra dollar per phone and you sell 20 million phones, that's $20 million. Right? So they're looking to maximize their profitability. That's what I think. Is this your IG? I am Tech Alpha. Yep. I am Tech Alpha altogether. That's my IG. Honest opinion about the iPhone. Albin Sunil asks, I think here's my verdict. I'm gonna wrap up the video. I'm gonna wrap up the stream after this, okay? I think it's good. I think it's a new change. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it the same way a new phone use. Like, I'm literally treating it as if I don't know anything about tech. I'm trying to use this device as if I've never used Android and as if this is the first ever phone I've bought. Okay? Because I want to see, is it really easier to use than Android? Is Android really confusing? I want to know the answer to that. So I'm trying to use this super unbiased, I guess. I don't know. But I don't know. I think it's good. It works. I've never had any issues with it for the week that I've used it. Not like Android was problematic or anything, but it just works. And I know it's so weird to say it just works, it just works, it just works. I just keep saying that, but it does. It just does. It really just does. Like, there's no hangs. The apps are super intuitive, and it's just fluid. Ayush Vora says, well, it saves them money, which is their own motivation, but it helps everyone overall. Cheaper for them, cheaper for us. And like you said, most people already have a charger. And if you don't, you can get it. Exactly. Exactly. That is really, really well said. Like, at the end of the day, they're a private corporation. Who cares? They're not evil for looking to make profit. That is their goal. That is what you and I would also do if we were in the same shoes. We would also try to maximize profitability, right? Who cares? They're not evil for doing that. But at the end of the day, the way they're portraying this new decision of not including a charger is kind of sketchy, because you and I also know it's not simply because of environmental reasons, right? But at the end of the day, it does help us make it affordable. It does help the environment. Everyone's happy. Everyone's happy. They're making money. It's cheaper for us. The environment's happy. Da 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 da. Good times. La la la. Fairy tales and everything. Albin Suna says, I understand because people download APKs on Android but can't on iPhones. That's what I thought, but someone just commented on the stream and said that there's IPA files that you can get in sideload applications. I haven't looked into it. I probably won't either. But I guess for the person who really, really wants to sideload applications, it is a possibility. If that's what you're really interested in. But yeah, ever since I switched to iPhones, I feel like I don't want to say this, but I'm gonna say it. But it feels like the more legit operating system. Okay, like even when I used stock Android, which is the cleanest form of Android you can use, in some cases, especially based on the apps on the Play Store, are they give off a pretty sketchy, like a open source feel. Well, Android is open source, but the user shouldn't feel that. There's a level of insecurity, a level of legitimacy, I guess. You guys know what I'm trying to say. It that comes off or that is given off from Android, which isn't the same with iOS. iOS feels like you're in an enclosed, trapped, secure, legit, fully optimized, and like a special ecosystem. You feel really special when using it, and that's what sells the phone. That's what sells it. It's not the specs. No one cares that it has an 813 Bionic chip. No one cares about that. Quite honestly, they haven't been too open about those specs, so we don't even really know what it means. But what people do care about is the fact that this phone is about almost a year old and it's still competing with the S20, which was released in 2020. It's just barely slower than the S20 Ultra, which is way more expensive and has 16 gigs of RAM. Just think about that. The S20 Ultra has 16 gigs of RAM. This has 4 gigs of RAM, and this opens up applications faster and is able to open and save almost all the applications that the S20 Ultra does. Like I watched a phone buff speed test, and this was faster in round one. It lost round two simply because it couldn't open up one app. But one app, guys, we're looking at 4 gigs versus 16 gigs. That has to say something about the level of optimization. Um, RNVRH Gaming and Tech Review says, "High Tech Alpha Bro. Hey man, what is going on? I'm sorry, but I'm about to end the stream, but I'm gonna keep the stream like live, I think, so you guys can watch it. Maybe. Today I started using the Samsung A3 2017 from an iPhone 7. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. I never thought I'd see that statement because I feel like the A3 is a downgrade from the iPhone 7 because there's this you feel like even the older iPhones are new for some reason because of their software optimization and how up to date they are. There are ways to download apps on iOS, but it doesn't seem but isn't as seamless as Android. Also they are releasing in an iOS update a feature similar to APKs, which is great for developers and other tech savvy people. Interesting. That is interesting. But I do remember the IPA thing. Like back then, I guess I'll admit to it now. I wanted to get like free applications and stuff. This was 2010, by the way. I was basically one of those kids that went on Google and was like, how to get free games on iOS. I was a bot like that, and I remember learning about IPAs and stuff like that. You can get like sketchy repos that allow you to download apps that are supposed to be paid and stuff like that. So iOS has its own ways. And yeah, you're definitely right. It's not as seamless. It probably won't be as seamless, but with the new update, they might give some developer features. I mean, they're literally with iOS 14 just now letting people switch default apps on the browser and email. So now you can use Chrome and Gmail as your default apps, which I think will be super useful because I personally use Gmail. You can't see, but that's my Chrome, and then I have Gmail right about there. Okay. Big fan, bro. I'm trying to pronounce it. Orthodox Aardvark. Thank you, man. Means a lot. It means a lot, like a lot. I'm testing it for a YouTube video. Oh, that's interesting. I borrowed it from my brother. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. Download apps outside of App Store. Okay. Main phone still iPhone 7. Yep, makes sense. Where you from? I live in Canada, man. Yeah. Dude, don't spam the chat. All right. Anyways, it's exactly about an hour since I started streaming, so I'm gonna wrap the stream up, guys. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I got like 12 viewers, I think, peak, which I think is pretty cool. There's 20 likes on the video right now, which is also awesome. And this is an unannounced stream. I literally started streaming without any posts or any consistency. Like I haven't posted or anything since like 2-3 weeks. So shout out to everyone that tuned in. Anyways, I hope you guys learned something about my experience in 1 week. I'll make another stream next week talking about my 2 week experience and then a 3 week experience, and then I'm gonna make a full on video about my 1 month experience, and hopefully that video is gonna blow up. I have a feeling about it. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. That mustache looks good. Thank you, man. All right. Okay, Mayank says bye. Hope next stream is soon. I think I'm gonna do it in about 1 more week. Because then I can give you guys a 2 week update on this iPhone 11 Pro. All right, man. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next one.